So it's funny because whenever we try to find solutions to something, we're always like, we wait till it gets right before it's about to turn into a crisis, and we're like, oh my God, I gotta fix this, and you like go insane, and like you start freaking out, and then like that's when everyone starts to like pray, right? It's like that's when everyone seeks like, please, like help me, like it's like that's usually when everyone seeks that kind of like guidance, right, from the above or whatever, something beyond themselves. Um, and so to identify before that actually happens is crucial to the success of any individual that's seeking to better any of those four pieces in their life. So actually identifying them is sometimes hard. And I've noticed in my life it's been difficult for me to identify, but I noticed this recurring pattern almost that happens. And if you start noticing these recurring patterns in your life, such as in my life, I notice like right before I'm about to like do something that I probably shouldn't do, maybe I'll get like this feeling like almost like in my stomach where like, it's like I get this stomach ache, quite literally, like it affects me physically in my life, and it affects me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like why am I feeling this? And I'm like, I could be right in the middle of an email and there's no reason why I have the stomach ache, but it's almost like, to me, I was like, I shouldn't send this email. And I actually listened to that stuff, and I actually pressed discard, and I just let it like chill out, because I actually just like, okay, like, so what it is, it's almost like listening to the body, listening to where you are at the moment, and becoming aware of how something else that may not be affected, you may not think is directly affecting what you're doing, but on the computer or on the phone or in your relationship or at work or thinking about money or even trying to land a business deal by talking to someone on the phone, you're so stuck in your patterns that you're not getting out of that pattern and trying to figure out a solution, another solution to be proactive and not reactive. And it's a difficult thing to shift from reactive to proactive. And because once we get into reactive, everything else becomes like you have to, it's almost like you got to catch up to everything. But once you make that shift to proactive and you learn to identify what's about to happen, it's like, something's about to happen. You feel it inside of you. You think about it, something that you're fearful of, something that makes you angry, something that makes you really, really sad. Those things are the things that you should be identifying. What are your emotions telling you about certain things in your life? When you think of something and you instantly think like, oh my God, I hate that. Oh, and then write that down. What was that? Like, why did I think that negative thought about that particular aspect of my life? And so just starting there is huge. And I know everyone else, you may not get stomach aches or this like thing in your stomach, but everyone has like a certain thing that happens in their life, even down to the point where some people might see numbers, certain 111, 1111, things like that. Yes, it happens quite a lot, but if something's happening at a certain time every single day at the same time, it's maybe you should be paying attention to things like that. There's little things in life in general that are very interesting. Like I said, they may not be directly affecting what's going on in your mind in the situation, but the universe is telling you something in response to your reaction. That's how we function as humans. Our senses create our reality. So our reality instantly now becomes what we're processing, what we think it is. And so everyone's reality is actually different. No one has the same no one has the same reality. So we are guiding through, we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on in our reality, and there's constantly stuff just being thrown in our way, but we know it's right. We know the path that we should be going on, right? And so identifying what's coming up, what's about to happen, what's going on, why am I feeling this is important. And so write those down, and it'll go a very long way.